Hello techies, I'm Divya here. On behalf of CyberBrainer, don't you think the world of tech is evolving faster than ever? Now is the perfect time to dive in and build the skills that will take you places. With CyberBrainer, we are putting you in the driver's seat of your own future. We at CyberBrainer don't just teach your interest. We believe that knowledge is power, but it's applied knowledge that truly sets you apart. Whether you're diving into data science, mastering artificial intelligence, or exploring the world of cybersecurity, our courses are designed to give you the skills that matter. So let's jump into the session and make the future yours today. Thank you.
Error handling. Usually we develop applications as APIs, right? Create an API, create a YAML. For YAML, we create an API, right? If you create API for this, API usually when you create an application based on this API, right? It creates the API router, API Anypoint router. You saw that one, right? We created one application. Let me show you one application. The best practice is what we do is for all application, for entire application, we create one global error handling. For this global error handler, we define all those kind of errors like 404, 400, 500, all the errors we define the global error handler. This is the best practice. And in case if there are any flow specific errors, in that case we define those errors in a flow. Let me show you one application with error handling that you can get one moment. Today's plan is, we are going to discuss about the deployments. How do we deploy on-prem, the cloud and using the automation, using the scripts? Those we see here. Once this is done, I show you the error handling use case from a project perspective, and afterwards we move on to that one. It's loading, taking little time. Close unlisted applications. Many applications are open in the machine. We develop some applications in Anypoint's view and we deploy it to the runtime that is embedded to Anypoint's view. Runtime. There is some server embedded to Anypoint's view. We deploy to that server and we test and we check right. This is practice for testing our local deployments, local applications, right? But this is not. You know this whatever server we now using, that is not a production gate server. It's only for verifying how the application we developed, is it working as expected or not. For local verification only we use this server embedded in Anypoint Studio, right? There are some deployment models are there. We see first learn about what are the deployment options available in Anypoint platform or new software. Before that, I want to talk about something called control plane. Control plane and runtime plane. These are two planes are available, control plane and runtime plane. What runtime plane is where actually this is called like server, where actually we deploy our application and this is up and running in this server. Right? This is the runtime plane where actually our application is up and running. Control plane is an area from where we manage these applications. This means we can deploy the applications, we can undeploy, we can delete the applications from the server. Right? And we can add some policies. We will discuss about what is policy, all that stuff. We can add some policy needs, some kind of security we can add to our applications. And we manage this. You know this application from a place or runtime control plane. Runtime plane is a place, actually the application up and running. Control plane is a place where we manage your applications. Managing says we can deploy applications, undeploy, delete, and we can monitor application, how it is performing, what is its performance. We can get the logs of the application. We do this entire management to the control plane. Runtime plane is a place where the server is. It's a server kind of stuff. Now in runtime plane, there are multiple options out there. One is on. On-prem means, for example, you are having company, you are running company, right? In your company, you have data center. You want to run all your applications inside your data center only. In your local infrastructure, in local servers, that is on-prem deployment. This is in your scope, in your company's scope. And one more is the CloudHub. CloudHub is a cloud infrastructure given by MuleSoft. It is developed on top of Amazon AWS. This MuleSoft guy takes the Amazon AWS subscription and he develops the CloudHub on top of that Amazon Network Services. This is cloud infrastructure. We can deploy our applications to this infrastructure by taking the CloudHub account. This CloudHub is a cloud infrastructure by MuleSoft. Managed by MuleSoft. This is on-prem. This is our responsibility. Customer means we need to manage in our system. We need to deploy our applications. This is customer. Customer means the guy who is developing, managing applications. This is the customer scope. This is the MuleSoft scope. For example, you have the cloud infrastructure already for you. Like you have Amazon account and you have running some applications on the Amazon Web Services. Or you have the Azure Cloud account, or you have the Google Cloud account. You already have cloud infrastructure. You are running some applications on the cloud infrastructure. Like Amazon Google Cloud Platform or Azure Microsoft Azure. In that case, you can configure Mule runtime in your cloud and you can deploy the applications. This is called a kind of stuff for private cloud. Means customer managed cloud. This is not a cloud hub. This is also cloud infrastructure, But this is managed by the customer. This is managed by the MuleSoft. Right? You can deploy these containers in the cloud, or you can deploy these containers to local server. If you have a local server, your wish. You want to have this kind of setup in your local, or you can set up the containers, Docker and Kubernetes in your local server. Or if you want, you can deploy to the Amazon also. That's customer wish. What I meant to say is, you can configure Mule runtime in the Docker Kubernetes infrastructure also. That's what I meant to mean. Docker is a server. Kubernetes is a management. You can manage the containers in Kubernetes. It is more technical one. Some people, they don't have the enough resources to manage this Docker and Kubernetes. But they want features like Docker and Kubernetes. For that, MuleSoft ships ready-made Docker and Kubernetes platform that is called RTFs. Runtime Pub. MuleSoft RTF of Runtime Fabric is ready-made Docker and Kubernetes server. Customer need not worry about how to set up this kind of Docker. Just they can really use this RTF servers to deploy Vue. There are numerous deployment options available like RTF, Docker and Kubernetes On-Prem CloudHub, customer cloud. And for this, these are runtime planes. Control plane is managed by the MuleSoft. Using this control plane, you can deploy applications to these infrastructures. Right. But some customers are very, they have much regulations like very banking server customer. They don't want their data, they don't want to deploy the data to either cloud or Amazon. They do everything they want in their local scope only. Even this is control plane, right? This control plane is in the cloud platform, MuleSoft Cloud Platform. Most common is On-Prem and CloudHub is very most common. Nearly all Vue applications, 60 to 70% Vue application deploy in the CloudHub. Next on. These are the most common options I saw. And these are some restricted actions. Very few customers will use this runtime fabric and Docker and Kubernetes, Amazon this thing. If you're familiar with these two options as of now, that is very good, fair enough. Slowly you can upgrade. You can, go to the documentation. You can upgrade yourself if you have any specific kind of customer requirement. Then you can say that I have experience on Cloud, Hub and On-Prem. If I got opportunity, I'm happy to work on. They give proper training and they deploy you on the solutions. Don't worry on that. Most of even, I don't get opportunity to work on the RTF and this kind of Docker and Kubernetes solutions even. I want to tell you what are different options available. Therefore, I am mentioning all the stuff over here. These are all runtime plane. In the control plane, where is it? It is in the cloud, working on the cloud. It's kind of UI. It's kind of you. From where you can manage these servers. That is called control plane. If a customer wants I don't want CloudHub. I don't want MuleSoft to manage our servers. I need to manage my server and I need to run my server. Customer has that kind of requirement. MuleSoft will ship both control plane and content plane in a single package. They ship control plane. Single package is called Private Cloud Edition, PCE. If a customer purchased PCE, then that customer has entered control on. You know he has control plane. He deploys application, he manages application. MuleSoft doesn't have any option to see the application, control the applications. This is very rare use case. Most of customers trust MuleSoft to run to control their applications. Alright. PCE is very rare. PCE and PCF is their private clouded foundry. That is, PCE is on local, PCF is there on the cloud. PCF clouded. Clouded foundry is there. Check the solutions PCE and PCF. This is a very rare use cases. But these are, most customers use majorly on-prem and the clouded. Alright. Now first we see on-prem deployment, how to deploy a solution on-prem. For on-prem, first step we need to do is we need to download the runtime. Download the server on runtime. Once you download it, then second step is you need to add is the runtime to the control plane. That control can able to manage this runtime. I'll show you the second step, how to add this runtime to control plane. Here control plane is Runtime Manager. It's called Runtime Manager, available on the Anypoint platform. And third one is you can deploy application. This is very simple. There is a button available. By clicking on that, you can deploy application. First step, let me download the runtime. To download runtime, open the Google browser and soft runtime download. Open in the Google Open MuleSoft Runtime Download and there is a first option available. Download Mule Runtime. Click on that. You can see Download Mule Standard Runtime. Agree to this one. Agree to the check button and download. I'm expecting that to file. After extracting, open this server folder and you can find many folders inside the server folder like apps folder, bin folder, con folder, cross folder. Right? The main important folders are like apps folder. Apps folder is where our deployed applications will go over here and run inside this apps folder. As of now, I didn't deploy any application. This is a very fresh server. No application over here. Apps is for applications. And bin is for stop scripts. If you open bin, you can launch the MuleSoft server. You can stop the server. Those scripts are available in the bin folder. And con folder you want to configure in MuleSoft reports, or you want to configure any properties to the different applications. You do some kind of server configuration, that stuff is available in the con folder. And lib folder is like libraries required. And logs folder is for log files. You can see any application logs. I will do logs folder. Important folders you need to know. The rest of the things are too technical. That's not fine. You can let Rika know. Now I want to start my new server for that. Go to bin folder and we can run the Mule batch file. Right? I will call this file that you can start the new server. You can see this. This is our status like deployed, something like this. Mule is up and kicking this one. You need to get this one rightly that now Mule server is started now. Now, for example, you want to deploy an application to this Mule server. You can deploy it to the control plane. Let me open the control plane. Go to Anypoint. Platform. Anypoint at Microsoft.com. That's what. There is a section called Runtime Manager. And manage our applications. Go to Runtime Manager. This is called control plane actually. You are in. Go to the runtime. And the manager. You need to go to the sandbox environment. Sandbox is an environment like you can deploy your applications for testing purpose. What is? If you are in the sandbox, the new concept of text, get this. Don't worry, we'll see this later. Now here you can see something like servers, right? Now what we do is we need to add a server. But where the server is running? Local, in your local machine is running, right? But this is in the cloud. This UI, this Anypoint at Microsoft.com, this is on the cloud, right? How you can able to deploy an application from cloud to your local machine. For that, what we do is you need to run an agent, something like you have in the cloud. It's a runtime manager. And your local service running local machine, right? Local run the server. This is your server. You need to install one agent in your local machine. The agent is responsible for communication between runtime server, runtime manager, and your local server. I need to start this agent. How you get that agent? Your Runtime Manager will do that agent. Go to Runtime Manager and add server. If you add server, you need to use some server unique name. Before you find a unique name for your server, you can do some name. I'm giving as my server. You can give any name, right? The server name. See, now execute this command on your server's bin directory after the command runs. This command is an agent actually. It runs an agent in your local server. You have copied that, and where it's in the bin directory, right? Copy that command and go to your server folder. I deployed or I started to write, go to bin folder. Click CMB for here. Paste here and remove this. You know this. Remove that. The agent configured successfully. This message you should come. The configuration communication between Anypoint Management Center and the main agent is authorized. Now your agent is ready. Means, this agent plays a role that communicates between your server and your Anypoint Manager. Once the agent is run, you can see created is getting the here in the right. Created, someone got created. Alright. Now what I do is I will restart my server. Already, I started a server, right? But it should. The status is running. I got status like running nodes only created because stopping my server to stop server control plus C is to stop the server. And we're job. And I'm going to be important again. Again, I'm typing seam over here. Here I'm again starting the Mule server. It will take a Mule and enter. CMB and Mule and enter. Now you associated your local server to the Mule Runtime Manager. Next, you want to define application. For that, go to Applications. Tab over here in the left panel, go to Applications. Right. And you want to define application. That application is there in my Anypoint. I have one simple application like the database demo created, right? I want to run this application. Deploy this application. Know the application. Use application like a random, whatever name you want to use that. Use some application. Don't use faces. And deployment target. Where you want to deploy. You want to deploy cloud or you want to deploy my server. Local server. My server. Now choose file. Open file. Upload the file you created, right? second one. And deploy application. Now it's deploying and you can see the status in your local server console. Go to your local server console. The black one, right? That is deploying now. See started app as a handler. Right. Now it is deployed and you can test from your Postman. It is running in your local machine. It is local. But it is not like your embedded server, right? You can give localhost because this server you started your local machine, right? But ideally the server in some IP address in your company. Your company say they designate some machine and they install the server in that machine. And you the server, IP address. All developers deploy application to that server, IP address. I'm getting results. It's working, right? Now you deployed application to your local server only, but this is the production grid server. Like this is not a server that is embedded to your Anypoint platform, right? Anypoint Studio. Anypoint Studio. It's not an Anypoint Studio embedded server. It is dedicated server for a new application, right? CloudHub is only control plane over here. It's controlling your local PC. Maintaining your local PC. Control plane is the CloudHub. That one, that Runtime Manager. We are using this Runtime Manager to deploy application into your local server. Right? How it deploys? Deploy to the agent. You added the server override. It will deploy this application to your local server. You can manage runtime from here. And you deploy the application step. Application step over there in the right hand, in the top left panel. The applications. Good applications. See, you can see that error handler is an application running over here, right? Some reason you don't want to know to deploy application to this Runtime Manager. Anyway, see, application is there in your local and server is also in your local, right? You can directly put over there, right? Why we come over here and you deploy application, right? This is the practice we do. But if you want, you can deploy directly to your copy paste and your local server also. What you can do is you already have created a jar file. Go to your Anypoint Studio. This control plane will manage your multiple servers. Like you have now you have one local server. You can manage one single go to server tab. What is server tab over here? Server. Not only you can manage one server, you can copy one more server in local, or you can add that server also to this list. You can manage the cloud applications also from the same consoles. Same this console. Using one control, this manager, you can manage multiple runtimes, like one local runtime and one cloud runtime. One is on-prem runtime and using the same. Go to applications over here. Go to applications. Go to applications and deploy application. Copy application and give the error handler same. Same you said. Same you can say. Might be true. Now change deployment target to a product down. Cloud and already in the cloud means it's global, right? There are already some names that will give you some unique name. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one? Application name. Now choose the file deployment file. Then you get the idea. I want to deploy to cloud, and you get the idea. Yes. Hold on one sec. See, a runtime version is 4.4 earlier, and there is something like worker size. Worker size. Worker size is by default 0.1 core, and for us a free account, MuleSoft give up to 1 core. You can deploy 10 applications using 0.1 core. You can deploy 10 applications with 0.1 core or 5 applications with 0.2 core. We all wish. Core means is like a CPU. 0.1 core gives 500 MB space for your first application. Right. And this is CPU. And sometimes some customers want to deploy this same application in multiple nodes. That one node goes down, other node will survive. But then you need to set multiple workers over here. Now, as of now, we're deploying into one worker because the free account allows only one worker. But in the real time, you want to deploy multiple workers. You can choose multiple workers over here. That the application is deployed on those workers. Worker means each worker is equal to one machine, one system. One dedicated machine allocated, one dedicated VM allocated to your application. This is running with run using only the score. Now that the application, keep it once that. One is fine. One is enough. More than enough. I want to work. What do you mean work on like a CPU worker? As for the free account, they give only one worker only. Then the application is deploying its new status. It takes a little time. Don't worry. Here we manage my R runtimes. Using one manager, we can manage multiple runtimes. One cloud and one local, or two local and one cloud, like that. Now it will use like an application demo. I think it is started. I started. The application is starting. On screen. What is it? Then what you were beginning started. Now you can see two applications tab applications. On the left panel, go to applications and you can see two applications. The same application, but one is running on the cloud and other running on the local on-prem. If you want to test the cloud one, I click on the cloud link and it will show some URI. This one. Application name means this one. That is where it is. Where it is deployed. This is a US location. Look at the US. And it is a region. Copy that one. And come to your Postman. And replace localhost 8080. You will deploy 8080 for. Oh, it won't work, man. It must be 8080 in case of cloud. The port. You need to change the port. You deploy again. It won't work in case of you know different port. I said it, but it won't work. Anyway, let's see. Is that HTTPs? It won't work. What you can do is, you can come to. For cloud, I forget to give you. One thing is this must be, port is 8081. But probably you have 8081. Right. I did it for one to work for the cloud. That's amazing. And one more thing is you should be put from this, the actual. You need to create one, the file, and to report from port from the. Let's try. Well, that's most of times we deploy. We get it from the Amazon. Well, let's try this one. No. Hold on. Open the configuration XML. Open the conference next. And you've got two is this 80. You will get a conflict, that one. Same list. One is for the 81. That is also created. You can put it. You need to remove one configuration that you can bring the second one. At one concrete, one right. The second. Oh, there's a 2. The second configuration. That one. Remove that. Remove that one. And come down to your. Come down. Your flow. On your flow. You are referring to the one on the list. Come down to the floor level. Little up. One line up. One. Right. on the graph. We remove that one. It's fine. Remove that one. Now save. Now save it. Now I can export it. Go to Runtime. Go back to Applications. Just click on that. Don't click on that one. Click on the row. Somewhere in the row. On the second row. Somewhere in the second row. Somewhere. Somewhere. Click on that. Click on that. And the right hand side. You got many applications right. Start there. You can What do you again? Go to Application Staff. It's operating. Wait for a moment. The agent's doing the work right now. In case of your local deployment, the agent will do work. In case of cloud deployment, the agent is not. Do I need to restart the agent? Why? You're deploying the cloud, right? In case of local deployment, the agent will take care. But if you're deploying the cloud, there is no role of agent. Nothing to do with agent now. If you want to progress, you can. You can click on that link. We click on the link and just click on this. The rates and the left hand side, right? You get the logs. You can see the logs. What the logs? And you can see the progress, how it is deploying in this program. All the progress we can. They say it started successfully. The application started successfully. Maybe not. Still doing some housekeeping. Take a little time to update the applications. What is going on? The The conversion started. The application started successfully, right? Then go to the applications. 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 This one is still updating. Click on the link. Click on the link, the Claudio. Click on the link. Click on the link. Now copy that link and put that in your Postman. Also, 8 A4 is no longer required. Just the code is not required. Now the 2 stashes. You got 2 stashes over that. Remove 1 slash. Which all here? There. There also it is not. Remove the HTTP. And after that also 1 slash. Right. None. I'll send it. Let's see. This means, there is something. It's trying to do it, it's not. It's the right. Go over here. Click on the link. The link is because the link. No listener for endpoint. It should come. It is get outpost. Is go to Postman and copy that URL. Which one? Which URL? That one. That URL. Don't copy the HTTP. Just copy up in that section. Copy that thing. Copy the entire thing. And paste on the browser. Exactly. And enter that gateway. See, you should use that one. See, you check your port, the first one. Ensure that you have entered a $HTTP port as a port, right? 2 other ports. You need to view port as not in the other file. No. Not. Go to your application in the studio. We're giving 88 right? There, you need to queue as a $. And the braces. I see. You need to refer on the other file. Actually, $ can be braces http.port atp. And remove the ATA1. Close the country places. And go to src main resources and create one YAM file. One more time. And go to src main resources folder in your left. Now it's not the main resources. Right click on that. Right click. And set the first option. And select the file. Don't come down. Come down. And do some properties. Don't the animal some. You can do some meaningful name like Not that you don't have my daughter the animal or something like that. Alright. No problem. Finish it. And the top USDP. Well, I'll come to the extent you do. Tap, one tap. And we'll host. Well, in the double cursor point tool. For a hole again. For a hole. Double then the double course 0.2 point. I come down to explain. Where the same, where the hole starts. We need to do port from there. What up? Same level in the host level. Then what I do? What do you want before? Now for 81. 81 is double course. 88 is the double course. Oh, double course. Remove that. Alright. You should not actually in the local post. Of course I required, actually you should do, the ports. Save it. And go to your this one. No. Go to your. Now go to the global elements tab down there. Now create. Now select the global configuration. The third one. And the configuration properties. The second one, the configuration properties. First of that one. And you can find the admin file over here. What you're doing, you can somewhere. You can see. Now you can, you want to test. You can test locally once. You can't test locally because they already is running, right? I will compute with the server. It is done. The locus is up and running. I think it's running. It's running. It won't allow it for deployment. Let's do one thing. Let's stop. And stop this one. Stop your any points to the server. You can stop any points. Any point should the server. This one. This one. Actually, it's not running. You can click on the red button. It's running because the port changed. No problem, because actually port changed, right? It will have it wrong. I got. You can run it. You can run it and test it. Because the one we deployed is 8084 in that server. Right? Now we change it. You will deploy actually. It won't cause any problem. You can run it in the local. 81. Right. It's a one issue. No issues. I just confused. He's also. I'm just preparing. Now, at the same time, we can export this one. What is the reason? See, let me see the reason. Go up in the console. Little down. Little down. Oh, I just maximize the console. Max it. The second tab. Maximize the second of console tab. Not if not AP console, the new console. Minimize this one. Go to that word. We can do the double click to go on. I see you can double click on. It is now. What is the? You're not able to see the console, right? In that case, what we do is go to your window on the top. On the top. Go to window and they put to show you. I think the fourth one. The show view. And select the console. The first one. It will appear over here. And you can drag it. You can put down if you want. That will drag and put down the console. What is the other? I can go. You can put like that. That's good practice. If you miss a school, you can explore. Now let's just drag the right panel to the right. Or else you can close that properties or others. You can track them in properties and put. Drag that properties and put besides your console. Just beside your console. That's also fine. Which one? The Mule, the extreme, right? Right? Extreme right. You can find the new properties. Extreme right. Extreme right. Extreme right. What I do? Then we can see you can close also fine. You can close and you can. Not a point of time. You can walk open if you want. You can see just a little. One set. What is the fail to deploy active FAT88 even already in bind? Maybe it is conflicting with that server. What we can do is we can export the server. You can export the application. Go to Error Handling. Right-click on the export. Go to that application. In Anypoint, you export from Anypoint. Right-click that. Go to that application name. Error Handling. The exports. Next, finish. Overwrite it. Replace it. Now go to Cloud and try to deploy the cloud. Cloud it will deploy because there is no kind of computer. Go to Cloud. What is it? The first one. Go to Applications. Select that server role. And you can manage application. Choose File. And then you can upload file. Make change. Takes a little time. We are doing quite deployments manually, right? Packaging. And we are copying, uploading. We are doing all these activities, right? There is one way we can automate all these things. The application itself will package and deploy to the cloud. That is important to understand the CI/CD concept, all this stuff. We have a Mule Maven plugin. Using that, run a script. It will deploy it to the cloud directly. It will package and deploy to the cloud. If you run proper CI/CD, what it will do is it will download the project from the repository from Git. And the next thing it will run, it will deploy to do all those steps. One of the steps is deployment. First, we can see deployment step. Then you can see how to download that script. Started right. Click on that link. Now copy that one. or else we can. What we can do is now we can copy the proposed, remove that and put that URL. I think HTTPS. That's fine. You can put HTTP. Not working. That's fine. Yes. While localhost we were deploying, we are from 8084 I think local is running on. We changed. We didn't change that one. We changed in the cloud only. Local version is still running on 8284. We changed, but we didn't deploy it to your local server, right? After changing, we got issue and deployed to local in any event. This one, this here. We can close this one. We can close the server. We can stop the server. You can stop. That's already happening. This is fine. This is on 8284 actually. First you configure 8284. First you put it like that. And afterwards you exported that and deploy it to your local server, local unknown server. Afterwards you change to 8081. But that one you not deployed to your local server. Not that one. This is server. Go to applications, go back to applications and click on the application. Click on the AD, click on the Can I handle? Click on that. Click on it. You can see. You can see. You can see. Click on the flows on the right hand side. You can close right. That will turn. Click on the flows on the left panel, left panel, left panel. Click on the flows. One sec. We can see, we can start and we can check this one. We can start. We can stop now. You will force select. What you can do is you can go to your local server. local server, folder, go to folder, go to the bin, go to that, go there. Just one level up, one level up. Now go to apps folder. Apps folder is there, right? Delete it. If you delete it, the application will get deprived, right? Now go to that error, handler the folder, and go to the XML file, see the XML error handler. Oh, I'll go back. Sorry, whatever. Here you can see the port and you know that stuff. In 8080 is there, right? In which one? Yes, both. I don't know why. But which one is referring that? You have both. But the lizard is referring the in the flow, the lizard referring local HTTP. Two are created, one is in 8081, one is 8084. The two configurations we are using 8084 one. Now come to the Postman and test the 8084 one with the base path. Cross check. You are giving the proper URL or not? Come on. Is it right? Is the path correct? Go to Nairobi. Send it. Get time zone info/Africa. Is it clear? Base path is also. You do want the closest server. Stop the server. Stop that one because this one is doing some issue for that. Stop the server and see. Maximize this one. Enable does not allow dangling on the relationship. Now this is an up and running over here, right? Now go to your local host. Now show me that one. Just no, you show me that. Which one? In the editor, you showed me right. That is edit +1. You show me that file. XR file, XMount file. It's just open that one. Let me see over here. Your path is open. The first one is the local host and the base path is API. What is the different configuration? The base path is get time zone info, local host. You see the time zone info. Then region city right. That is the one you are giving right. Copy that time zone info. Part from here. Copy the base path. Copy the base path properly. Come to your Postman. Localhost/localhost. No, we should not run the two servers in the local. We already use one server. The other one. You do one thing. Go to your folder and delete that anchor file. Go to your folder. Delete that anchor file. And stop the server. Come to your server console. The blank console. Press Ctrl C. Now go to your Anypoint Studio and you can deploy in your local server once. Check means. You are running here. Anyway, my question is we deploy to cloud also, right? What's that? My doubt is we deploy to cloud also, right? This one. Go to cloud. We see the cloud log file is properly declared or not. Go to cloud console also. If any error we can see in the error log file. Go to applications. This one we stopped it. We stopped it. Click on the cloud. Go to log. Come down and then your application is started, right? Then go to applications. Click on the cloud link. Copy that. Click on that link. That's not an issue. And slash at the end, right at the end. See in the address bar, at the end you give that one. Get what is the best part. Get the best part. See, after that you will do the best one. Because there is no best part is giving us known is the 10 point. Go to the best part slash. Slash that. What is that one? Africa. Something you write. Some continent name. My fault is this. You need to do as you need. ATBs. You should actually. It should. There is something in your book. You should do the stupid on port. That's only one thing you should get. Should be practically. Should not get this error. Once you get others, you try with other applications, some simple all-load application, because your focus is on the deployment and write. A minute one now. Not at all. Change the main thing. Application. Why does he say no? Open the listener. Port of the Mule view. I have Windows. Sorry, that Windows view. Show you. Select the Mule. What's that? The properties will be selected. Go to others. And select the Mule. Go to and the Mule properties. Mule properties come down. That one. It should be open somewhere in the right panel, right thing. That one. Click that one and put beside your console. Drag that one. The console properties. Drag on, hold that one, hold it. And what I drag down? Hold drag down to your console. Just adjacent to console. Put it over here. And click on that listener. There, you can see the properties over here. I don't know. Do I need to start? Oh, it's slow. Further, you can drag it. You can put, that, hold that. And put adjacent to your console. That is also fine. Click that one. You click on the right. Just in the right tab. Just click on that one. This one. It's a will in it. Do one thing. There's no best path. No, don't give me base path over here while testing that it works. Go to Postman. Remove the base path. Because there is a base path. Thank you. Not found. That was the error catch. Now it's working. Now testing the cloud one also without giving the base path. Maybe you can use it somewhere in this. Remove the base path. Not work. I think we're close. Is it running? It's running. Change this? That one also. The post is there, right? Go to your application. In Anypoint. Now post also $. The post in this window. In this window only. No. Go to Anypoint Studio. Now it's showing that window, right? In the post field. That post field. What you do is $. Let's say cannabis http.post. Now you need to export. And this is the now go to your point. CloudHub. Now this time do one thing. Go to app. You try again. Click on the row. Click on the row. Hold. Now at the end, right? At the end top, you have one thing like started, right? Some green button you see. Click on that one and delete. Stop on delete. We freshly will include one. Select that button and delete application. Now the application. Now give the application name. Cloud App Development Target. Most of the application. Cloud App Development Target. Completely deployed. You like that? Nothing, you like this. I think. Now go to your that one. Change the IP address. I think same IP address. What do you mean? I think your IP address is wrong. Go to your, the cloud console. That one. Show me that error handler to that one. Click on that one. And copy that error handler to that one. Now it's fine. Copy that thing. On the. You can test over here also. This is also fine. As a get method, your brother also. You are. The path. I will check, man. Usually it should work. The only thing we have to care is the port and host. It's prop. It should work, but some reason. Different application also. Some other application. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.